unless you're Ohio State or Notre Dame football fan or Browns or Bengals, then I guess you did not. Just homework tonight, real quick. Should be a quick one. Should be the shortest one I do, so I'll try to do my best and speed through this. Question 168 here. We're just dealing with our pennies again, and just asking if Harry did 4 rows of 12 pennies in each row. So go ahead and build that because it tells you to draw it right there. So get your 4 rows of 12 any way you want to show it. I'm just going to get started here. Going 2, 4, 6. I think that's 12, but if that isn't 12, it's close enough. So there's my first row, and again, I'm going to have 3 more rows, and then I'll see if I have 48 pennies or not. And just again, remember to explain your thinking. Next question, it just says it gives you a number of pennies, and you're just supposed to write an expression. Again, an expression is just using our numbers and our symbols. So, like one possible one you could do here to show 10 pennies is just 2 times 5 equals 10. Now, that's one possible one. There's plenty of other answers. So, again, there are multiple answers you can have here. When I do the homework check at the end, I'll try to have as many as possible. And then you just do the same thing for 15 and 25. Now, the next problem here, 170. How many pennies are represented in each expression? Again, just solve it. Now, remember, you have to multiply before you add. So, just a little hint right here. You got to do 5 times 4 before you add the 3. You can't add the 3 to the 4, then times by 5. You'll get a different answer. So, for example, here, A is 23 pennies. And just make sure you label too. I know this isn't the greatest handwriting on the screen, but 23 pennies, and so on for B and C. Moving on to the back already. Wow, you might have your homework done in 5 minutes tonight. Using whole numbers, fractions, decimals, write at least 8 addition equations that have a sum of 10. For example, they did 5.5 plus 4.5 is 10. That's one example there. I probably wouldn't use that one. I guess you can go ahead and use it if you'd like. If you can't think, again, do your best to at least get 8. It says write at least 8. If you get 5, that's fine, and you get stumped. Um, just try your best. Okay, we're not going to count you off. But if you only have like 2 and say you couldn't get any more, I don't think you really tried. I mean, it could be simply as what 9 plus 1 is 10, right? I mean, there's one for you right there. You have 2 so far, so I think you can come up with 6. Last thing here, 172. Again, we're using our greater than or less than signs. The hint right here, what I like to do is if this is in the tens, hundreds, and thousands, I like to make my next one into the same by adding a 0. So now I can look at them both. I have 5 and 207 thousandths or 5 and 270 thousandths. It's pretty obvious then that 70 is greater than 7. So I have my sign right there. So it is greater than. So you might want to do the same thing over here. And then D just says round the part B to the nearest tenth. Looking at it as the nearest tenth, you're going to have to go looking this way. Are you closer to 3 here? And also here is your 6. Is that closer to the next number, which is 1, or is it closer to 0? Just a little hint right there for you to look at. So that's it. My answer key will be attached here, and hope homework was pretty easy for you, and you're just getting on here to check it. Uh, Thanks for watching. We'll see you again later.